Hello there, everyone. Welcome to a little bit of an experimental podcast. Experimental. What is wrong with me? My tongue's tired.
Many things.
I'm tired. Thank you for that. Thank you. So originally I didn't know how many people were going to join in. I thought maybe 2 or 3, but turns out 5 people actually wanted to join in on the podcast. So it's a little haphazard right now, but I've got like little pretty overlays for everybody except for Scar, which sorry about that, Scar. But you're in the top left-hand corner, and you've got the face of your avatar on there, which is
she is best waifu, and anyone who is logical will agree with me.
In terms of the show that she is from, absolutely, I will agree with you 110%. I think she is best character.
I wish I could see it right now.
I guess you have to go and watch the video. Thanks for the views, Future Solaire.
Thank you, Future Solaire. So, okay, so
Hi,
going
me in the future.
So that's Solaire down here with the other anime-esque picture, the dude kissing the cross. And then we have Kurt Pines up here with the with the angriest looking bird I've ever seen in front of the American flag.
America cassowary.
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 So is it America cassowary?
Yes, so. And over here we have Blue Soul Rain with the looks like a business-oriented foot soldier who is dressed up on Casual Friday and has a 2 on the side of his helmet, meaning I guess he's number 2.
I am blue. Dabba-dee dabba-die.
No.
And then,
wow.
And then, of course, down here we with the flamiest of flaming skulls, we have the lead moderator of the entire Discord, Mr. Bonejabber 3000. Give it up.
Yeah, Skeletor.
Yep.
Shall we moderately applaud him?
Yes, I'm giving him like a little golfer's clap.
One-handed clap.
One-handed clap. Yeah.
Thank you.
So, okay, this is a little bit of an experimental podcast that we're trying out. Hopefully, in the future, we can involve people from our patron saints list. So people who are interested in asking us questions directly, who are our patron saints, they can. And I'm just wanting to see where this can go and how it goes on here. So, okay, don't really have a topic list to go over, but I figured always a little bit of a hot topic right now is, of course, the flooding that is happening in dear old Houston. Has anyone seen stuff about that? I mean, it's some pretty harsh stuff.
I mean, I'm not in America.
I've seen pictures.
I've seen it.
I do have
from National Geographic.
All I know
I'm a foreigner.
All I know is his Rooster Teeth is still high and dry until it comes their way. Then we're gonna get completely destroyed.
Nah. Well, if it gets towards, I think it'll dissipate before it gets towards Austin. I think they'll get a little bit of rain, but not much. Solaire, since you're not in the U.S., it's actually a very, very bad flood that came from a hurricane/typhoon. It was a Category 4, hit the coast of Texas, and has pretty much turned the city of Houston into a swamp, and it's pretty bad.
I have a question regarding that.
I didn't remember.
They're gonna take the name off, like from this one, or is it gonna be reused again in the future?
This podcast or this?
No, I mean like the hurricane. They usually give Category 4 and higher, right, names?
Yeah. Well, they actually have a list of names already set up for the year, and like if it gets to tropical storm level, they give it a name. That's just like I looked up a few years ago. I tried to see if there was a hurricane like Nate or Nathaniel or Nathan, and there was a tropical storm Nate that petered out like before it even made landfall, and I was just like, oh. And my
I
friend,
can't remember.
I have a friend. His name's Andrew. One of my oldest childhood friends, Andrew Wooten. He is a he was ultra proud of himself because Hurricane Andrew at the time was like the deadliest hurricane and like most devastating hurricane in the United States. Made landfall twice. Made landfall in Florida and then made landfall in Louisiana and just destroyed everything in its path. And he always made a point. He was just like, you have a deadly hurricane named after you? I don't think so.
Something came in like a hurricane.
Here comes the story of the hurricane. Dun, 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 dun. The man the authorities came to blame. Sorry. Ladies and gentlemen, Dob Billin.
Dob Billin.
It's Dob Billin.
Dob Billin.
Disconnected
Damages that
from
are
like
happening there are interesting.
Oh my gosh, it's Hurricane
What
Bone.
was it, like 6 feet, 7 feet of water?
Yeah, in the main
Like that.
Houston's a very flat area. I think the like difference in elevation is only like 12 feet throughout the entire city, and there's standing like 5 feet of water in the majority of the streets. It's some scary stuff, man. Like
so if
cars,
this was in Japan, everyone would be drowning because they're short as fuck.
no, the Japanese are more ingenuitive than that, man. They'll stand up on the roof of their cars. Come on, give them credit.
Yeah, they'll
where
get
credit's
their
due.
their homemade fucking Gundam suits and just walk around the water like morning.
I'm pretty sure they do something smarter than what we used to do whenever there was a flood. Because we had to make boats out of those airbeds.
You made boats out of airbeds? That's awesome.
Yep.
That is awesome.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but the annoying part was it's not that balanced, so I fell in the flood water multiple times.
Oh man, I'm sorry about that, dude.
That reminds me, when the Welcome Week started here at college, they had a cardboard boat regatta, and about 500 people participated. No one won because all the boats broke apart, and because they was made of cardboard. Like, what the hell did you expect was gonna happen? One person made it. That's because the ass end of the boat broke off, and they're like, well, I'm still floating. So, go! Be free!
Shall defy
Onward,
physics.
my wayward son.
When I
Yeah.
was a kid, my grandpa on the farm would flood the like deep area. He'd blow up a tractor tire, and me and my brother would just go out there on the tractor tire.
Me and my I had like 12 cousins on my dad's side of the family. We were bored one summer day. Like, we were sitting there at a picnic, and all of a sudden, me and my cousin Josh were just like, we're gonna go dam up the creek. So we did. We found railroad ties and like old tarps that weren't being used anymore. And we were just like, we're gonna dam up the river. And pretty soon we had like an assembly line of people down there helping us dam up the creek. And it was like, whoa. And
Why were they helping you?
because we were kids, dude. I mean, we were between the ages of ages 5 to 17, and none of us had anything to do. And so we just all got together, and we pretty much it was one by one. Others started coming down there and helping us, and pretty soon the adults got involved. My dad and my uncle came out, and they were just like, kids, what are y'all doing? Y'all ain't gonna dam up the creek like that. Come on, let's help you out." So they went and helped us, and they got more railroad cross ties, and we had like 6 railroad cross ties like stacked up on top of each other. These big old chunks of wood and all these rocks, and two pieces of 2 tarps, 2 plastic tarps draped over, and we watched as the water stopped flowing down the creek, and all of a sudden it just came up. The water rose and rose and rose, and then it went over the top, and then we made like a miniature waterfall, and it was so cool. It was just like, whoa, and we and that became like a little swimming hole for us the entire summer. We built our own swimming hole, which was very cool.
Oh yeah.
When Nate's talking about childhood memories, time for the Herbert voice.
Oh,
no.
No.
Don't do it, man.
It's like
please.
the sequels. It's like the sequels from Finding Nemo. No. No.
Actually, speaking of swimming, I actually used to be fast enough to be able to compete in swimming competitions.
Very nice.
Yeah. The problem is, ever since I moved, water's been too cold for me to withstand even staying in the water for 10 seconds.
Dude, I wish there was cool water around here right now. Already 110 right now.
Oh, man.
That's what you get for living in California.
Here to go.
Yeah,
I like the point
desert
Arizona is a fucking desert, and California gets hotter than that does.
Well, California is I mean, honestly, all the lakes are man-made, all the rivers are man-made. I mean, there's a reason why it's so hot. It's because it's supposed to be, and people are just like, but it's supposed to be paradise here. No, it's not.
No.
It's not.
The only reason people live there is because of gold mining back in the days.
Yeah. So many people flock there because of the fake gold.
The food's
It's
gold.
just like, oh, God.
The coastal region is really good. But if you're living in the valleys or the mountains, it's like you have different things. But the coolest thing is, like, you have Death Valley and right next to it, Bear Mountain, like the coldest and the most hottest place.
Yeah. Well, from what I understand, Northern California is actually not bad. It's like north of San Francisco. I actually hear it's not bad. It's a very wooded area. It's a very wooded area, and it's very peaceful. It's not as densely populated as like the southern coast.
That reminds me of the story when my dad used to work for a bus company, and his job was to drive the bus all across America, and he'd just drive an old bus back to be repaired, and that was his job. One of the old buses he was driving back got broken down, and this was in the 60s, mind you. So technology was not a thing back then. And he broke down in the middle of the Arizona desert for at least 3 days, all constantly like 100-degree weather.
Oh.
Yeah. Fortunately...
That's rough, dude.
Fortunately, a bus filled with high school students driving to a basketball match at a rival school was like, hey, there's a bus on the side. There's this bus in the middle of the road. How the fuck are we going to get by this? And there's like, and then they like looked in and saw my dad was like, Water. It explains why he's so fucking tan. He's like quadruple darker than I am, and I'm pasty as fuck.
Quadruple darker. That's a phrase I've never heard before.
Quadruple darker.
Quadruple darker. That's a new one. I'll have to use that.
My dad has worked some shit jobs, but and he usually comes home with some stories. One of the best stories I've ever heard. He was working in an apartment complex. He was just, doing his normal day, slow day. Then he gets a call from this lady. He's like, there's this loud noise coming from my bathroom.
Mm-hmm.
What kind of noise? It's kind of like a constant roaring sound. It's like, my dad was thinking, oh, it's probably pipes. He and one of his buddies walk up to the room, and the second my dad steps in the doorway, his bathroom's right there, he goes, the lady never had a fan in her bathroom, and it was on, and she had no idea what the fuck it was. And the lady was going off like, you need to fix this. My dad reaches in, turns it off, turns around, and just fucking leaves. And the lady's just like, thank you. Like, how the fuck do you have
voice
to
crack and everything?
There are no fans in a bathroom. Seriously.
Speaking on that, I got a cousin. In his living room, he's got 3 ceiling fans. It can get sweltering where he's at because he's in a lowland, like, swampish area, and the humidity can get like so bad up there. And he has 3 ceiling fans in his living room, 2 in his bedroom, and 2 in his kids' room. He lives in a trailer in the middle of this place. And I'm just like, dude, I swear to God, you're gonna turn all those fans on one day, and the roof of your house is gonna come flying off. I swear. Like, you're just gonna turn them all on, and you're just gonna hear, and they're gone.
Like, no, wait, he ends up having the first ever hover house.
Pretty much.
Free Skyline.
Free the
Well, at
roof.
least you'll never have to worry about what's it called again? Flooding.
Oh, flooding. My sister had a flooding incident. Turns out these people had cut the brush near the spillway on a creek near where she's at, and they didn't remove the brush. They didn't remove like the wood and the brush that they'd cut down. They just thought that the river would carry it away. It got blocked, and during a heavy rain, her backyard went from flat land, dry as can be, to like a thin little swamp bed. Like walking in, your foot sunk like a foot into the mud. It was like, holy crap! What the heck happened here? And her house got flooded, and she actually had to go to the federal government and say, hey, you guys didn't cut this properly, and we paid for it, and now you're going to have to pay me to fix my house, or else I'm going to sue. So they did. They gave her, I think it was a $30,000 settlement to fix her home, and she was happy as she could be. And then guess what happened next year? It happened again.
Actually, didn't that happen to you guys one time on stream when you were in the basement? It started flooding.
Oh, that's right. Oh my God.
Was that the Legend of Aquanate, or was that another one?
That was the Legend of Aquanate. That's where that all started. The drainage system at my mom and my stepdad's old house, the one where we used to record everything, and the place where I used to live. It was not the best. So one day, me and my stepdad, we decided, you know what, we're going to try and fix this. So we go out and we get a ditch digger, and we dig a ditch from one of the guttering outlets down near the ground, and we decided we'd put it a little further downhill because the water kept building up around the base of the house and flooding into the basement. And for a while, it worked just fine, but then it came like a hell of a rainstorm one night. I'm talking like holy hell, torrential downpour. And I was like, okay, so no problems. Then I hear something behind the wall. I hear like someone turn the water on in the basement, and I'm like, what the hell? I go back, and it's like a full bathtub, faucet is turned on, and it's just pouring into the basement. And I'm like, oh no. I go upstairs, and I go outside to where we had dug the ditch out and everything. Turns out the rain was so heavy, it actually pulled the little thing of tubing that we actually put on it out of it. It pulled the tubing out. So I had to reinsert the tubing in there and then screw it in there with some sheet metal screws. And it stuck the rest of the night, but the damage was done in the basement, and I went and got like 20 towels and dried it up back there and tried my damnedest to make sure it didn't flood into the game room where we were. And I came back and I sat down on the couch, and I was just drenched in water from being outside. And Ben just looks over at me and says, "You all right there, buddy? You all right there?" And I'm like, I've had a time, dude. I have had a time. And
see, that's what Ben is precious.
yeah, I know. You can actually go back and watch the videos where it happened through our old Fallout 4 Let's Plays. And oh my gosh, the change.
Fallout 4 would say.
Yeah, my change from dry Nate in a gray shirt to wet Nate in like a dark gray shirt because it's so wet, and I'm just like sitting there, soaked and like chilled to the like a little chilled, and I'm just like. And then all of a sudden the chat just goes Aquanate, 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 and I'm like, I guess that's my thing now. I'm Aquanate.
Speaking of, I looked
Maybe
it
we
up.
should give you a theme song.
17,000 people from the flood in the area.
17,000 people.
1,000 people have sought refuge in Texas because of the flood.
I don't doubt that.
Houston's a big city.
Well, yeah, it's home to like I think
It's
3 million
I actually
people.
had friends that actually went on a trip to Houston like during I think they're still in Houston. I don't know if they're still there, but they were there during the whole hurricane
Damn.
incident.
I know that Cole used to live near Houston.
Ooh.
Yeah, Cole used to live near there. So I'd like to get his opinion on the whole thing if he were able to talk. That'd be pretty cool. But
They actually confirmed one tragedy already.
what's
What
that?
tragedy?
Houston police officer, 60-year-old, drowned in his patrol car on the way to work.
Ooh.
That's not good. But there was one uplifting story I saw. It was actually a man. He was like 33, 34 years old. He was living in Houston, and his dad was just south of him in Galveston, which is actually right at the coast. So, his dad was down there, and he wasn't sure if his dad got out or not. And this guy had lost everything. I mean, honestly, he was breaking up, and he was breaking down while he was talking to the interviewer. He was like, "I've done lost everything, man. I don't know what to do. I ain't got nothing else in the world, man. I don't know what else." And then all of a sudden, they get a phone call. The news crew gets a phone call during the broadcast, and they tell the guy to come over and take the call, and it's his dad. And he's like, "I made it out, son. I made it out all right." And he's like, "All right, Dad, where you at?" And his dad tells him where he's at. He's like, "All right, I'm in I think it was Ringgold, Texas." He's like, "I'm in Ringgold, Texas. I can be there in 2 hours, Pop. I'll be right there. All right, take care. Stay safe. All right." And the guy just starts crying on the news. It's just like, oh man. So there's some good stuff to come out of this. There's some really good stuff to come out of this, and I'm happy about it. But it's a tragic thing that's happened. You know, there's been people who've died. I think last time I looked, I think the death toll is at 6 right now, but it may be more right now. But compared to the response that the state took with with it here versus Hurricane Katrina did in New Orleans, I mean, I'll just be honest. It's kind of sad how bad New Orleans got it, and then was pretty much just like, because I had a friend, my buddy Clint, who I've talked about, in a lot of videos.
Mm-hmm.
He was originally from New Orleans, and his family actually got his family's home, his old family home. Who he grew up in that he grew up in that house, and he lived his whole life in that house, and then all of a sudden just got bulldozed by the city, and he had nowhere to go.
Yeah,
and thus him and his family just became a bunch of traveling gypsies. They became Southern gypsies.
The death toll is
I just looked up
now.
the death toll.
It's 13?
For me, it says 15, as a family of 6 is believed to have been killed.
Oh, that's horrible.
It says that it's reached 13 online.
13 confirmed.
What side are you on, phone?
Yeah.
Well, nothing you can do about it. Hurricanes will never stop, and they will continue to pound the seabearing cities until people realize, hey, hurricanes are shitty things. Let's not be in the ocean anymore.
Well, hopefully they're in a better place right now.
Well, hopefully, yeah. That's what you can hope for.
Is it as bad as it was over in New Orleans? With all the, is there any robberies or break-ins going on?
I don't think so right now. I think it's a little too. I think it's with the storm still going on. I think it's a little too early for it to really, for them to really try and loot anything.
You know what I can't help but wonder right now for some reason?
What's that?
You know how heaven is commonly depicted as being in the sky?
Yeah.
How bad would it be to go to heaven when you have a massive fear of heights?
I think that's so bad, Solaire. Oh my god. It's just like you've been a good person on your ascent to heaven, and on your way up, it's just like, oh my gosh, the beautiful light. Oh my god, no! Oh my god! Oh my god! You get to the pearly gates, and you're clutching on for dear life, and you're like, and the clouds are below you, and you're just like, and the angels open up the gates, and you're attached to the gate. The angel looks over, is just like, oh god, not another one. You're afraid of heights, aren't you? And you're just like, yeah. It's like, okay, all right, hold on. Give him his wings. Okay. Snap your fingers, you've got wings, and you're just like, I'm not letting go, man. I'm still afraid.
Oh, that's amazing.
The thing is, I am one of those people that is massively afraid of heights.
Oh, same here.
I'm not. I love roller coasters, dude. Roller coasters are my jam. I love roller coasters.
Like that in that video. It was a video you guys reacted to, the 10 most crazy shit caught on camera, and it was the last one with like two
the planes that
parachuting.
crash together.
Yeah, the planes colliding. The guy saying like, "I'm more scared of spiders." I'm that guy. Because two planes blowing up 5 seconds after I get out, spiders, fuck that shit.
Yeah.
Oh, I do hate spiders too. In which I actually had a little bit of an infestation in the basement here, where the garage is. Oh. I looked up in one corner, and there was this huge wolf spider up in the corner, and there was a huge egg sac up there, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna deal with this. I go and I get my spider spray, I spray it, and the thing like starts panicking, like crawling up and like up on the ceiling, and then it falls down, starts crawling towards me, and I'm just like, nope, I'm backing up, and then and then it died right.
Was it one of those? Was it one of those gigantic spiders that you'd expect from Australia?
Yeah, I don't think not quite as big, but the thing about wolf spiders is they're actually not poisonous. They're actually predators of other spiders. They actually hunt and kill other spiders. So they actually hunt and kill black widows, brown recluses. They kill.
You bring that up. I have the story that's gonna just
No.
Bug spray. I'm getting a flamethrower. I find that.
Yeah, one day I woke up getting ready for school. I have my shirt laid out in front of me. I feel something on my head. I brush it off. Off from the very top of my head falls a brown recluse. From where my bed was, I turned it around.
Amazing thing I've ever heard.
There was a nest of them. Right where my bed was, I had a brown recluse crawling on me all night. And when I woke up, it was on my head.
You lucky motherfucker! You could have died.
Okay, I actually have to pull my feet up out of the floor after hearing that shit. Jesus.
I'm staring at the ceiling right now because I'm very paranoid after hearing that.
Actually,
I'm fine.
I only have one bug story I can share because of that.
I have zero.
I am scared.
I have a gator story.
I'm horrified of spiders.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm arachnophobic. Imagine how I felt immediately after seeing that thing fall from my head onto my shirt.
I wouldn't want to imagine it.
I would have run through the door. Forget opening it, through the door.
And we all play Skyrim because they're a bunch of idiots.
Okay. I was gonna say, Solaire, you said you had a bug story. You go ahead with that, and then Scar, you can tell your gator story.
Honestly, my bug story is really kind of anticlimactic. I was at my school back in the Philippines, and this whole day I've been feeling this weird feeling in my left foot. So I decided. So during one of the breaks, I decided to take off my shoes, shake it off, and nothing came out. I took off my sock, shook something off, and I saw a pebble come out. Or at least I thought it was a pebble. I spent the rest of the day feeling slightly better. Then when I got home and took off my sock completely, like rolled it inside out, there's been a dead bee inside my sock the whole day.
Oh,
I feel a bit better that it's not a spider. I feel a bit better.
I do too.
Oh, God.
I can swat down some hornets and some bees, but spiders, no.
I'll take a cow killer over spiders.
Oh, dude, that's a noble jest. That's a bold jest right there.
Yeah, what surprised me is I never got stung that whole time.
The fuck is a cow killer?
Oh, it's
a velvet ant.
Watch Brave Wilderness.
Yeah.
Oh, you mean those big ass ants that could like bite your fucking hand off?
You can watch a bee get stung by them.
Well, it's a little bee. It's a little like a little desert bee that is like it has like a very, very potent sting. Very potent.
Yeah, it has a 4 or 5 inch stinger.
Sheesh.
See, that's why movies
the pain lasts like 30 minutes.
Troopers feed on that fear. Because if you've seen Star Troopers, that shit is brutal.
Oh, I've seen that, dude.
Hey,
Right here.
I was like, what the fuck?
Tarantula hawk kills spiders and lays its eggs on them to eat it.
Yep,
Yep.
I've seen that.
Six fuckers.
Kill them, it just paralyzes them, and then the babies eat it alive.
We can all be grateful there are no giant spiders in the Fallout universe. Yeah,
but there are some pretty big spiders in the real world. I mean, there's spiders that eat birds.
Oh yeah. Thanks,
So
Australia.
here's an example.
You
In
shitty
Australia,
place.
like, it rains
trolls
spiders.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Oh
It
God.
literally does. It's horrifying.
Oh yeah, fuck Australia. Australia can go fucking. You know what? What we need to do is fucking laser Australia off the planet. Fucking.
No. Great shit comes from us.
No, not
I mean,
Australia's
honestly,
a nice place, but their wildlife is
well,
Yeah,
as long as you're not in like,
thing can kill you.
well, as long as you're not in like the most deadly places or the places where it's common. If you're in like Brisbane or Sydney, from what I hear, it's actually a very nice place to live. But
I'd rather live
that's
here with nothing at all than live with spiders bigger than a fucking laptop screen.
Disney, one of the most entertaining places in Australia.
Actually,
Wait, what?
but
here's the thing I think about for Australia. It's absolutely dangerous. Never want to go there. But the people who are from there are some of the most amazing SOBs ever.
well, I love Margot Robbie. That's a definite. love
Right.
me
I enjoyed
Margot
watching
Robbie.
Ross O'Donovan.
Oh, Ross. Yeah, Ross as well. The Hemsworth brothers, they're both from there. Hugh Jackman. Yeah, Steve Irwin. Or is Hugh Jackman
Jack's
from New
wife.
Zealand? No, Hugh Jackman's Australian.
Australia.
Ashley's from Australia, isn't she? Bernie's wife.
No. Jack's wife is. Jack's Katie.
Right.
Katie Ward. She's from Australia.
Yeah.
She's so
Wait.
nice.
Katie is
from Bernie.
Bernie.
What about Bernie?
Because there's like Bernie, Australia, right?
Bernie,
yeah,
New
yeah,
Zealand.
that's
Bernie,
Bernie,
New Zealand.
Tasmania.
Or Tasmania,
Ice.
yes.
Yeah, and
Mania.
that city contacted Bernie because he owned Bernie.com. He was like, hey, give us our site. But when he gave it to them, they were like, fuck you, because Gus changed it to Bernie sucks dick. That's an RTAA. You can
Yeah,
go
I remember that. That's actually one of the first RTAAs. That's ancient history.
So
man.
it's the whole... Okay,
Oh.
I like to point out Miles has had the best stories ever told.
Miles has had some pretty good ones.
Oh.
Michael Jones actually had two stories on there that absolutely made me crack up. One was the bathroom in the place where he was working with his where at his old job as an electrician. He used the bathroom in the basement and clogged the toilet on it, and they didn't have a plunger, and he was just like, well, shit. And so he pretty much just what he had to do is he pretty much punched the crap to where it was like passable through the toilet, and then he flushed it. And then the second one that he told, actually it's similar, it's another bathroom story, but this one he did the Sprite and banana challenge where you eat
Oh no!
yeah, and it's supposed to make you vomit. It's supposed to make you vomit, but instead it just gave him like a really bad stomach ache. He was laying down on the couch in the Achievement Hunter office for the better part of the day, and when he was leaving, him and his wife were leaving, and he's like, "Listen, Lindsay, I just got to go in the bathroom real quick." And he goes in the bathroom and sits down on the toilet, and he says for like a solid 25 minutes he did nothing but fart. Just nothing but farting for 25 minutes. And he said it was the most satisfying thing he'd ever experienced in his entire life. And after the 25 minutes of farting,
Wow.
he walked out of the bathroom feeling like $1 million. And I gotta say, there's been a few experiences in the bathroom where I've just I went in like feeling the worst ever, and then I came out and it was just like, wow, it's like all my I felt like singing a bit of a musical.
You've achieved
All my problems are far behind me.
Achieve what, Bone?
Oh
What?
gosh.
You said you've achieved nirvana.
Oh, Chief
what was
Nirvana,
that
okay.
alligator story?
Oh, the alligator story, yes.
Yeah, the
Go
alligator
ahead.
story.
Right. So, my mom is from Florida. You know, good old Florida, full of crazy people and, you know, amazing seafood. So, practically every summer of my life, I've gone down there, hang with the grandparents, gone to the beach, you know, eaten myself into a stupor.
Yeah.
You know, the typical shit. Well, one time, 2 years ago, when I was 15, me, my two younger cousins, one's 11, the other one's 9, were shooting a cardboard box with a target on it with the air rifle.
Uh-huh.
And they're like, you know, just, you know, bored, really. And then, and the way my grandparents' house work is they have a very steep hill that goes directly into the lake. The lake is fucking chock filled with them dar gators.
Them Raiders?
We shot the box, and it rolled down the hill. My cousin went to grab the box, and as she was turning, she heard something splash behind her, and this gator just goes for her. And she's screaming her fucking head off, and she's very high-pitched. So I'm like, oh, something's happening. So I run down, I see this gator, like, slowly crawling out of the water. My cousin just ran by me, like, I would pull out the cartoon, and it was like the dust, like, impression of them was there that slowly dissipates.
Yeah.
So I'm like,
Like
okay.
freaking Wile E. Coyote.
I was like, okay, this animal has threatened my cousins. I have the legal right to kill it. And so I did. I grabbed the air rifle and I just kept shooting it. I ran into it, fucking busted its skull in with the butt of the rifle. I beat that fucker up. And it was not pretty either. I shot it in the eye, so it was freaking out. Then I just ran over and started shooting it until it stopped moving.
Jesus.
And then I just walk inside to my uncle. I was like, Uncle Rick, what? I killed a gator. What? It tried to eat Skylar.
What?
What?
No, and he was like, you killed it. Uh-huh. With what? The air rifle. Are you sure it's dead? It's bleeding from all of its face holes. And then he turns to me and goes, you are now a man. And it was like, and then my mom gets home and she's freaking the fuck out. I was like, you fought a very dangerous several 100-pound lizard. Like, I kicked its ass. I don't think it even moved. I was like, that's probably illegal. It's like, no, it's not. Just put it on a boat, shove it out into, like, the fucking lake, shoot a flaming arrow at it, and watch it burn as a Viking funeral.
Oops,
And to this day, my cousin deeply loves me because I saved her life from a mean gator. And I was like, you do realize that you were triple the speed of that gator. And she's like, I know, but it was mean and it was scary, and I was 9 and you killed it. I was like, see, that's
backwards.
and then I go to her and I say, this is why violence is a good thing. Because if I wasn't violent, you'd probably have no legs right now.
Yeah.
And that made her even more scared. I was like, I'm kidding. You probably would have just lost, your foot.
Agreed.
Your life.
And I just
Agreed.
left it at that.
Mm. Well, if she lost an arm and a leg, I would have called her Edward Elrock.
Oh, man. So,
What's going on? I'm confused.
oh, hey, Schlinker.
You were extremely quiet,
Hi,
man.
Slinky.
You're being recorded right now.
We're doing like an
Yes.
impromptu podcast.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. If we do more of these, I can make a
I think
voice
maybe it's
chat.
better if I had my mic, huh?
That actually reminds me of another story, but if anyone else has something else, they can
Actually,
go
I
ahead.
kind of do. You guys ever have those jobs or weird experiences where you just find something creepy or disturbing on work?
Yeah.
Yes.
That's called my grandparents' house.
Yeah, my brother. One day at work, he just came home the next day saying this. He was late at night. He was out in the fields doing his job, shaking trees, all that. Road when he sees this girl, pure white robe, just walking down the middle of nowhere. He sees that and just goes, "Nope," drives off.
Nope.
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 Fuck that shit. Nope.
I'd feel the same way, dude. I'd feel the exact
Also,
same
high
way.
union.
Yeah, I was just about to say with her husband used his bag.
Oh, fuck, Nate's here. I didn't realize that.
Hello. How you doing, Union?
Yeah, we literally just said we were doing a podcast.
Sorry.
Is there
Yes.
a podcast?
We're doing a
When are
podcast.
we recording the podcast?
I want want to talk about libertarian socialism.
No,
Oh, God.
I got a question for you guys.
How mad was he about that Kropotkin thing that I posted on the super chat?
Should I
When I posted that and I saw his face, I was bloody pissing myself laughing.
Yeah, I bet you
should
were.
I tell them? Hey, Kurt, should I tell them about my microphone story of why I was so upset for 6 months?
But yes, tell that story,
Oh, yeah,
please.
go ahead. Yeah, that's kind of a funny story.
Okay.
So
That's more than kind of funny.
So, for some of you who remember, I got really mad every day for my mic wasn't working.
Yeah.
You know, this continued for 6 months. It turns out it was just turned off.
Oh my God.
Schlenker's
Light is going to
Someone's breathing really heavily into their microphone.
Schlenker,
Oh, yeah.
stop breathing.
microphone's fucked up again, damn it, man.
Yeah, pull the mic back just a little bit.
Stop breathing.
Wait, so Nate's doing a podcast right now.
Yeah, I'm doing
We're in the middle of a
Should I go get Carl Pilkington? He's great at podcasts.
I know he is. You don't have to. No, what we're doing, actually, I'm just doing like a little impromptu thing, seeing how it plays out. So far, I'm liking what we're doing. I actually might do like a 4-person one, and then like we call in guests from like our mods and also our patron saints.
I'm never gonna get in then.
And we have them like tell a story or two, and then after that, and then after I'd say about an hour, like an hour or an hour and a half of the podcast, we call it, or we see how well it goes, and if it goes well enough and we're having enough fun, then we'll keep going at it. But
You know what? I think
With the way you tell stories, you'll be the first to get in, Union.
Should I tell Nate that story that I told yesterday of the pensioner from Germany who got arrested?
Yes.
Oh
yes.
no!
Yes.
Go ahead.
It was a story I read of you because we were talking about getting scared to death, and it was a story I heard about that in Germany, a 95-year-old care home resident was arrested for manslaughter. I was like, all right, what did he do? He had dressed up as, it was Halloween, he had dressed up as Death, went to the windows of fellow residents and tapped on the window.
And all of a sudden, just walks up and just goes, Guten Abend, tap, tap, tap. Have you been taking your daily regiment of vitamins? Tap, tap.
If it was me, I would have been like, I remember what you did in the war.
Would you like some strudel?
Oh God, that's too good. Holy hell!
I read that story and I genuinely thought to myself, if I ever meet this man, I will ask him to adopt me as his grandson.
He might say, "Would you like some sauerkraut?"
Do you remember the Russian soldier from the front?
I guarantee you, the guy
Stop fucking breathing into your mic.
Yeah, Schlinger, pull your mic back a little bit, bud.
So let me get my sensitivity down.
Yeah, knock it down a bit. But
I really want to move to Germany one day.
I can actually. Oh my gosh, I could actually hear the guy. After he's died and having that out of body experience, like over the thing, and he sees it's actually like another resident, he could just go, "Ach, nein, I did not see that coming."
he just gets to say, like, the 96-year-old just gets to St. Pete's and the pearly gates of heaven. I saw what you did to those other residents. Did he laugh? I did. Like, I can imagine even God will look down at them and going, it was part of my will. I planned that.
God.
Yes,
we were also
my will, my child.
We were also talking about the that Ken Ham, the Creationist Museum guy.
Oh God! That dude.
I'll tell you what, if he's built that ark, they could really use in Texas right now.
Oh no shit!
Yeah.
I was watching.
Beginning.
I was watching the news here in the UK, and they had Trump come on with his live thing at Texas, and he said, "Wow, on audience, what a great many people." I'm like, they've got nowhere else to go. Their houses are underwater.
But at least he's there. I mean, that's better than George W. Bush can say.
Oh God, no! Bush needed his armbands.
Yeah, Bush was like hiding up in a Bush was like hiding up in a treehouse, and he's like, "Go away! Don't make me do things. Don't make me do things. I'm reading the Hardy Boys. I'm having fun."
Mr. President, don't make me do stuff.
I'm smoking.
Is my mic better?
Yeah,
that's actually a lot better, Slinker.
Because you sound like fucking Darth Vader in his teenage years.
So Kylo Ren?
Kylo Ren is the epitome of every Star Wars fanboy that gets pissed off at the slightest thing. It's like
I can't believe Luke and Leia are related. I didn't want them to be related. I wanted them to make babies.
Was that the reaction in the 80s? Was that the reaction in the 80s?
I guess I heard a lot of people were pissed about that because one, it's the incest angle, which in Game of Thrones is apparently a big thing now.
I've never seen Game of Thrones. I've never seen Game of Thrones.
I've watched all of it, and I gotta say the incest is strong.
It's very strong.
Okay, the incest is strong. Nate, 2017.
It's very strong with the Force.
Took a Star Wars post
not least.
and pasted Cole's face over Luke's and Wyndham's over Leia's.
No! I've seen that. I've seen one similar to that. It's horrible.
It still doesn't beat how Wyndham was in the live stream, and I think it was Ben that looked up Wyndham Rice, and it was Wyndham Rice feet.
Yes.
Like, yes.
No.
And Kurt, you were here when I told Wyndham about that. Were you here when I told Wyndham about that? That was like months ago. I said to Wyndham, can you type your name into the YouTube search and look at the suggestions?
Feet. People are weird, man. People are weird.
Everybody watching this video, go search Wyndham Rice feet.
Yeah, just so you can get the typing right. Just so you can get the typing right. WINDHAM space RYCE and see what comes up after.
Leave my darling alone.
I know.
She's my darling.
Your darling, loving redhead. Yes.
Watch next bloody fan art. Next fan fiction is gonna be me and Micah fighting over Wyndham or something.
Oh. Union, I can actually see that. I can see.
I need to make a command.
Micah, I will smash you like I smashed a market.
Oh God.
You will have to go back to your land of Ancapistan. That's an actual thing. There's a YouTuber called Red Mouse Productions, and he has made Ancapistan, and an anarcho-communist simulator in Minecraft.
Now that's interesting.
I just saw media. Oh God, Kurt, should we tell Nate about the Nazi furries?
No.
Yes.
Please. Tell him.
Well, me and Kurt were thinking of weird shit that is on YouTube, and I was like, because I remember I saw a picture and it was a communist brony. I was like, what? Communist My Little Pony? It's like, what's next? Nazi furries? And I thought, I should probably look that up just to see. And yes, I found them. I also found Nate. You'll find this funny. I found there's a picture of a furry, and his fursuit is a Confederate flag. And he's holding a vote Trump sign, and I'm like, if he goes to a rally, that's gonna be funny.
That'll be hilarious. Cause imagine that people will think it's a mascot or something. It's like hell yeah, Southerners for Trump. But no, behind closed doors, what the man really likes. Woo!
Oh,
that brings a whole new meaning to the phrase "doggy style."
Can I tell you something?
This podcast will not be monetized.
No, it probably won't. Probably won't.
Jabber, what did you do? Oh no.
You looked at moderator.
So,
All right.
Look at moderator chat. What's up?
Look in my.
Bone created a wind and feet command.
No!
What?
Oh my God! Are you serious right now?
I just did in Gen Chat.
Why?
Wait, what? What?
Why?
I'm gonna totally check it out later.
Oh Jesus! Oh my God! Are you serious? You can't be serious. Caleb bot feet.
Bone. That joke is too good for you. Gulag. You go to Gulag.
That's a gulag-worthy joke right there.
Bone insulting my darling.
Oh gosh.
Your darling.
Hey, as long as you don't insult my darling. As long as you don't insult my darling.
Who's your
Who would
darling?
that be?
Christina freaking Hendricks. You should know this. You should know this, Union. When I posted that picture of her. No. Well, Kate Blanchett's one of them. But for the longest time, because of just Mad Men by itself, freaking Christina Hendricks, dude. I mean, that picture I posted on here that one time, and all of a sudden you were just like, Nate, I'm gonna have to have this picture for research. So I'm gonna download that. Thank you for that.
Suddenly I sound like Hugh Grant.
Sorry.
I mean, let's be honest. I have got the. I find it funny when I tell people, "Yes, I'm British," and they're like, "You're not British. You don't sound British." I'm like,
No.
"I'm from the north of England."
Well, okay. So you're from the more northern side. I was doing the RP accent because that's usually.
I'm from Yorkshire, so.
Oh, Yorkshire. All right.
The Texas of the UK, as we're known as.
Oh God, I get that.
We're the biggest county, and we want to be our own country. There was actually a group called the Yorkshire Independence Party, and and they actually got quite a few votes in the last election, in the local elections.
Hey, the more independence you have, the better.
Especially after Brexit, now a lot of Yorkshire people are like, wait, that can happen?
It's a thing? Let's do it! Yeah!
Things can change for once.
Well,
Zavix, you're hot micing a bit, mate.
Me?
No,
Zavix.
Zavix.
Oh.
Oh, I don't know how to
did not
fix it.
notice he was here.
Okay.
There's so much shit going on.
No one ever notices when I'm here.
The week after Brexit happened, I was walking through my town, and I still had my vote leave badge on because I voted to leave the European Union because I don't like it.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah.
Anyway, and I walk around the corner, and there's a pro-EU demonstration happening.
Oh no.
And I'm just there like, I know.
Was Antifa there?
Slowly.
Well, you see, that's the funny thing about Antifa, is that I used to run with Antifa back fucking years ago. And Antifa itself is not an organization. So I don't get where people get the idea of Antifa. I mean, I met someone who used to be a member of anti-fascist action in the 80s. Mm-hmm. So they were fighting neo-Nazi skinheads on the streets of London.
Of course, that's a more logical term. Yeah, a more logical.
And they were, and I asked him, so what did you do? He said, well, it was also because he was a football hooligan in the 80s. So when you see those old, like Green Street and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was doing that in the 80s, and he remembers once they had a guy who was the National Front paper set, because they sold papers, called the Bulldog, and they had a paper which said, if it's not white, it's not right. And they turned up outside the local football grounds, and football fans were leaving, and the guy was there. He sees this Antifa member in the 80s who was a skinhead. He didn't know that he was Antifa. And the guy went, will you join us, my white brother? He kicked the shit out of him. He just went,
Sure, okay.
My thing about it is, just from everything that's been happening with Antifa and here in the States, I mean, them nearly burning down Berkeley and them pretty much trashing Washington, D.C. Here's the thing. Yeah. If you want to win, there's a reason why Martin Luther King and Gandhi and Nelson Mandela won.
Can I be honest? Gandhi is not a good example considering how he was a massive racist and a rapist.
Okay, yeah, it's fair.
Martin Luther King being a plagiarizer and Nelson Mandela planting bombs in train stations.
Back in his younger days, yeah. But later on, he actually was just like he's like we must come together as one nation. We must come together.
And how is South Africa doing at the moment?
Unite.
Shitty. Let's be honest, it's pretty shitty.
Actually, I'm going to bring the story back up again. My grandpa, like, he was born in Mexico, lives here now. He lives in this neighborhood where it's like you can't turn the corner without hearing a banjo.
Yeah.
He lives at the Deliverance film set.
Sounds like my hometown. Sounds like my old hometown.
Oh, I'll tell you what. I was doing interesting thing. I was watching this video. Are there any Stalins left? Basically, are there any descendants of Joseph Stalin left? And his granddaughter lives in America. Guess what she does?
What?
She runs an antique shop in Portland, Oregon. Imagine going to that shop.
Damn.
Hey,
Well, she doesn't have the last name Stalin anymore because her mother changed it.
Announcement. Go right ahead.
I think I told some of you guys, but I'll be joining the military like in 2 or 3 weeks.
Yeah, you're joining the Navy, aren't you?
No, Army. What's wrong with you?
Someone here said they were joining the Navy.
America.
He doesn't want to get his servos in it.
I'll tell you what, as long as it's not like my mate Shane on Skype, he just joined the Marines. So he's like, so what branch did he join? He was like, Marines! I was like, don't do that.
I was gonna say, Scar, who's that? Who's that pretty lady in media?
Who's what?
Caroline Monroe.
Huh. Okay.
She was in James Bond.
He said, "Who is?"
Well, I guess you could. Well,
Okay, getting off time so I can see what you're talking about.
I'm going to say this as quietly as I can because my parents don't know. I have a girlfriend now, too.
She like the army, man.
And unless they watch this video, they will never know.
Nope.
So don't tell them you took part.
They shall never know.
Does she know you're joining the army? Was she at the recruitment office?
Who is breathing into their mic again?
Who's breathing into the mic?
Not me. I'm on push to talk.
No, it's Shlenka. It's Shlenka, I think.
It's me again? Jesus.
Private Shlenka, will you get your ass away from that microphone? Or God help me, bald baby Jesus.
I do not. We do not want to
Bald
hear
baby
your.
Jesus.
I'll bomb Britain how Germany bombed them, too.
Oh, Nate, didn't look at me. Did you see this meme that someone made?
Shlenka, bomb Britain. We wouldn't notice the difference in certain cities. Liverpool, you'd fucking be improving it.
Oh, and probably Birmingham, too.
Oh, God, that just reminds me of a fucking Birmingham joke. It's also to do with 9/11.
Oh, no.
Oh, yes.
Go ahead.
No.
Go ahead, do
The
it.
joke was, Abrami goes to New York a year after 9/11. He goes to Ground Zero. He sees a firefighter. He goes up to him and says, "You guys were really brave on the day." The firefighter's like, "Oh, thanks, buddy." He's like, "No, I mean, you guys saved lives. You're heroes." He went, "Oh, thanks, man. Where you from?" "Birmingham." "What state's that in?" The Brummy then look around and says, "Pretty much the same as this."
Oh.
Oh, please. Anyone who's known me for this long knows that's not even the worst joke I've told on this Discord. I've told the worst.
The worst joke
Fucked
you've
up
told.
shit.
Is this better?
I mean, that's why half of Kurt's videos are not monetized, because he has me in them.
Yep.
Is this better?
Any video that you want.
I've lost money since
Nate, great video idea. Nate, great video idea. Locking me and Micah in a room together discussing the market.
Oh, God.
Oh, no.
Oh. The room would explode.
The moment you two would come out, you would be marching to the White House.
We probably start agreeing on a few things. So we agree that every man should have a gun. Yes. All right.
You guys would agree. You guys would agree on everything, and then instantly you guys would go and get your shotguns and march into the president.
We both agree that humanity needs to get rid of the state. Correct.
Yes.
Okay. I believe in mutual aid. I don't. Shit. Okay.
Well,
we also believe.
Look at what you agree on, and look at what you don't agree on, and then you can work out the rest from there. You can have little talking points around it as you see fit. I mean, hell, I don't agree with everything that Ron Paul says, but I believe he has one of the best political philosophies in the world. Oh God, we're getting on politics. We need to steer away, steer away now.
Get rid of politics.
I want to talk about Ronald Reagan.
No! Quick!
No.
Save us!
Steer clear.
Bone, you beat me to it. Bone, you beat me to it.
Abort the mission.
We need the nuclear silence.
Yes, you will.
Be.
You will silence.
Someone made.
I will not be.
Oh, sweet Jesus.
Here, go to media. I have
It's not here, Nate.
funny meme.
Union, I will fight you.
Okay. No, my buddy Clint actually just messaged me on Facebook, and he sent me this picture of oh gosh, he just sent me this picture of Rachel Weisz from like early 2000s. Oh Jesus.
Put it on media.
That's what I'm trying to do.
All right.
Holy shit, there it is. Yep, okay. Thank you, Clint.
Oh my God, I wish this dog would stop shitting everywhere.
Oh,
I'm actually looking for it right now.
I am
it's in mod
hard.
chat.
I am
Mod
hard.
chat.
On
That's
mod chat.
I was gonna say,
that's
hello, Eve. Hello, Eve.
God damn.
Hello, Snake of Temptation.
Good God.
I'm gonna save this for research.
Cleopatra died with a snake so near her tip.
Man, maybe that's where that song came from. My anaconda.
My anaconda don't. No.
Yeah, God.
I feel like
That's more of a python than an anaconda.
It is.
Yeah.
And I love how they post something sexy.
Oh no, it's much bigger.
Who's breathing into the microphone?
Schlinker.
Do not look at what I posted in mod chat. It is terrible.
Where are you?
He's gonna steal the green card. Son of a bitch.
What happened this time?
Oh shit. Oh God. Okay.
I love how I post a serious political meme, and then Schlenker underneath is just like.
And then.
I think I actually had one of those sombreros
Oh
before.
my gosh! And then we have the KKK one down below, which actually there was actually someone at an Atlanta Braves baseball game. You know, they had the K counter for strikeout counter, and the person was just like, "I just can't believe those people are just so insensitive. The KKK is still alive in America." I'm like, bitch, they're lucky. I'm like, bitch, they're lucky if they can get a bonfire together with like 10 members in like a 3-state radius.
Yeah.
If the KKK is about as dead can be. When you hear Micah Makes is coming out, oh gosh.
Hold on, Nate. Bone has a
Nate,
message.
look at the one below that.
Oh yeah.
Civil War jokes, I generally don't find them funny.
Thank you. I'll tell you what. Here's my opinion on those fucking statues. I believe take down Jefferson Davis because he was a prick. Leave General Lee up.
I think
Leave
so
Robert
too.
E. Lee up.
I think so
Because
too.
when you look at him after the war, even before the war, he was pretty fucking progressive for his time.
Yeah, he was. But people don't think about that. People are just like, oh, he fought for the Confederacy. He was evil. Slavery wasn't the only reason for it.
I say to people, well, if that's the case, let's take down Grant's statue. Let's take down fucking Grant. Take it down! Oh, did you see what Chelsea Clinton tweeted?
Why are we posting pictures of this?
What I just put is terrible. It's terrible.
Chelsea Clinton tweeted a tweet saying, Ukraine has taken down all of its Lenin statues. Let's do the same. And I was like, there's Lenin statues in the US? When the fuck did that happen? I mean, I know there's one in Seattle, but that was a private owner. And there's also one in fucking Las Vegas. I think I was just being a dick.
Yeah, there's also when you talk about Lenin, there's also John Lennon, which there's the whole give peace a chance, you know, the whole peace symbol thing that they have in New York, where people like make peace symbols on there with flowers every single fucking day.
I fucking hate John Lennon. I hate him. I hate it when people walk around that working class. Do you know why John Lennon Airport in Liverpool is named after him? Because it's the first place he went when he got a bit of money. He fucked off. He was like, I've got my money. I'm out of here.
Oh gosh, Micah is dead. We killed him.
That reminds me. I had a weird. Tell you what, that reminds me. I had a weird dream a few days ago, and it was Nate. It was you, basically telling people that Micah had died. I don't know why I dreamt that.
What, Micah had died?
I dreamt that you, Ben, and Elena were doing a really sad video that Micah had unfortunately died in a very. He died after being in a gunfight with some police.
God. That's depressing.
I know. God. I woke up and I generally looked at my clock and was like, why did my brain dream that? I didn't thought to myself, but he died in a gun out with police officers? Yeah, that sounds like Micah.
Yep.
Oh, that thing.
What do you see? What do you see here, Chris? 2 D's and an F? I was gonna say no. He's inaccurate there. That's at least 2 double D's and an F. I mean, come on.
Okay, one against monkeys, the other one trying to save monkeys. That picture.
Oh, yeah. Micah. Actually, he's not against monkeys. He just hates chimps. He said he has no problem with gorillas or regular monkeys.
Studies Napoleon invades Russia in the winter.
You want a funny meme?
You're fat. Don't sugarcoat it, because you'll eat that too. Jesus. Oh, wow. Christ.
I need more pictures to post.
When Bone does his Herbert the Pervert impression.
Basically...
That also reminds me. I met a clone of Elena last week.
Oh, really?
No joke. British Elena.
British Elena.
It was at a pub I was at. Me and her got chatting, and I asked, "Oh, so what do you like to do?" She was like, "Oh, I like to do knitting." And I was just staring there with my drink, just going, "Go on." No, I wasn't. No, she was a lesbian, so I wasn't flirting with her.
No. I'm not.
No, but it's the fact that she was the fact. Micah, I'm still alive.
You gonna learn today.
No, but it was so weird because she looked like her, she talked like her, she even had the same glasses.
Oh God!
I am fire. I am death. That's cute.
Oh, you want a joke like that?
I always say to people, I was saying yesterday, if Godzilla ever did attack the US and I was there, I'd go grab the nearest creationist, point them at Godzilla and just go, explain this! Explain this!
Shouldn't Godzilla was better than 2014?
Oh, yeah.
I didn't mind that Godzilla.
Oh, gosh. Somewhere in Nigeria. I still don't.
Most of them were good.
I still don't get it. I've sent like a million emails. It's free money, for fuck's sakes.
There's no such thing as free money.
No, there isn't.
It's only maintained for the exploitation of the workers by the capitalist bosses. Bring on, Micah! Bring him on! Where is he?
Oh gosh.
I will face his what's his name? Milton Friedman. I read some.
Well, Milton Friedman's dead, so that's kind of a hard thing to pull off. But his son and grandson are still here.
As a good philosopher, as he says while wearing his John Brown. I've actually got a T-shirt on it. It's John Brown.
I'm just gonna post a corny joke here.
No.
God damn it.
Oh no.
Just god damn it.
Oh.
No.
That's not thick. This is thick. I was gonna say I don't mind that top one. I don't mind that top one at all, bro.
Good hit. Something to grab onto.
Yeah, bro.
My legs.
You know how it is. Yeah.
Let's see.
Your teacher took your phone. Mine took my legs.
What has this evolved into?
It's devolved into memes.
Bullshit.
It's devolved into memes. King Kong vs. Godzilla in the early years. Right? I built this with my bare hands. The apocalypse has begun. Oh, Jesus.
Oh, someone reposted the apocalypse.
Jesse, we sell meth and meth accessories.
No, I got one.
That was a good impression, Nate. I have to say that.
No, there's
Bobby,
actually
it says
No,
here
no,
that
I
you
get you.
failed English.
Thank you.
Bobby, you speak English.
I'm gonna post a picture of Duca.
When you're trying to get healthy, but your demons keep on.
Who was it who said Spanish Carl Winslow and killed who again? Because I found him.
Oh God.
Hola, mi nombre es. Hola, mi nombre es Spanish Carl Winslow. Hot damn, there's a Boba Fett.
I'm just gonna do this
Hey,
because it's funny.
read what I just posted in a German accent.
I sense a disturbance in the coffee. Read yours in a German accent.
Do it.
Oh no, what's he doing?
Go ahead, Jack. Go ahead, Union.
I just posted it. It's below my Spanish Carl Winslow.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I do not regret the Undertale joke I shall put.
I'm just going to say. Ach, mein mustache brings all the boys to the yard. And they are like, let's start a world war.
Yep.
Don't mention the war!
Don't mention the war!
Fun fact about the picture I posted underneath it. Both of those characters are dudes.
Take your son to work day. Not always a good idea.
Just read them all.
Oh no.
Oh,
Beauty
man,
Maurice.
why?
Sing the song now.
Beauty and Maurice.
A tale of Zelda's time.
See that? Did you see Solar Eclipse joke like on Monday?
The Flat Earth Society has members all around the globe.
All around the globe.
Irony as its finest.
I like how everyone's like just posting joke memes, and I'm just here posting historic memes. Just
West
memes
Point
and-
class of 1829 voted most likely to secede.
So tell me, what's the most troubling thing you can think of if you can summon a weapon out of thin air?
I'm getting it.
Installing cops looking for getting hardened criminals.
Issues with summoning things out of thin air.
Scar. Viagra shipment stolen. Cops looking for a gang of hardened criminals.
Nate,
But on Jing.
have scars.
It's terrible.
Oh, dear. Oh,
I gotta
Micah,
filter through all
Christ.
my fucking porn in order to find these things.
I am the oracle of the chat. I am Chico. Actually, when I go to kill submarine for the motherland. I actually had
Chico would sound like Morgan.
Oh my goddamn Christ.
Okay, you want Chico to sound like Morgan Freeman? I am the oracle of the chat.
Yes.
Now give me the foods of my people. You son of a
No,
bitches.
I have a response to that. I have the perfect response to that. Now, where did I put that picture?
God.
Oh,
I come from a land down under.
Actually,
There we
I
go.
probably need to finish off that story about my grandpa living in that messed up area full of skinheads.
Yeah.
Oh, I used to be a skinhead. Oh, those were the days.
Ew.
Yeah, not a
Ew.
person there has even.
Oh. Really?
What the fuck?
what?
Shut up and take my wonk.
Shut up and take my wong.
What's that meant to be?
I say shut up and take my wong. I want to blow up the American.
Hold on.
It's like
Kim Jong.
Today, if I could,
yeah, haha, very funny. You won't wrath next time.
Nate, if you guys would watch
Stupid
it,
Asian.
I would put it in a request. There's a whole
Hey.
video on the top 10 things that he lied about, that he made his country believe. It's actually pretty funny. Some of it's so
Oh, you
fucking
mean like
ridiculous.
how he never went golfing and then he got a perfect.
Yeah, one of them was he legit told his country to believe that he learned to drive when he was 9. That was legit a lie he told. That was so stupid.
I'll tell you what's really depressing. You know what's really depressing? I go to London. I went to London last year for May Day, Workers' International Day. Anyway, I'm there trying to have a sensible discussion about socialism with someone, And went, oh yeah, but what about dictators? I was like, well, you see, the problem with Marxism, Leninism, and what happened with Stalin was, he said, so you don't prescribe it? No, I fucking hate Stalin. And as I say that, the Communist Party of Great Britain, Marxist Leninists, walk by with a massive 10-foot poster of Stalin. And I'm like, motherfuckers.
Well,
I'm there trying to have a sensible conversation with the guy, and then suddenly giant Stalin walks by me, and they're going, we support Assad. We support Assad. And I'm like,
there's so much wrong with that. There's so much wrong with that statement.
And I'm just there like, I hate being on the left sometimes.
A castle where there's high on drugs.
Well, here's my thing. I'm in the middle. I don't cast myself on either side. I'm just like, I'm in the middle. I don't care.
Don't be Switzerland, Nate. Don't be Switzerland.
Both sides have their occasional good ideas, and both sides have their literally everyday bad.
Well,
ideas.
you go so far left, you get like uber communism, and you go so far right, you get uber national fascism. I mean, it's
what happens when then you get what is national Bolshevism? Have you heard about those guys, the National Bolsheviks?
Yeah, I have heard of the National Bolsheviks.
Interesting group of people.
You're telling me.
Like, I saw one of their posters, and it's a German World War II soldier and a Russian World War II soldier sharing a gas mask and shaking hands saying comrades in arms. And I'm like, what the fuck?
The heck is that?
It's a pun.
Oh God! Did you hear about this thing that's rising with the Juggalo community? Communist Juggalos.
No.
Oh God!
Because there's this thing because the Juggalos are having a march against the FBI in Washington on the same day as one of those white nationalist demonstrations from Vanguard America.
Oh yeah.
So they've been making communist Juggalos.
Jesus. Oh my God. That hurts my head thinking about.
Politics at the moment is fucking weird.
Yeah, you don't say. I don't know what to think anymore.
There was a time where politics wasn't weird?
Yeah, exactly.
No, it's
I would
true.
say probably there were times, but this is even more weird.
Actually, okay, how long have we been going? We've been going well over an hour and 17 minutes.
Someone,
Wow.
please look at
feels-
that
it feels longer
and tell
because
me
I'm
how
here.
upsetting it is.
All right, I want to end off
What's
for
upsetting?
at least one final story.
Okay,
Yeah,
all right.
that's
All right,
incredibly annoying.
they got one final story. Go right ahead.
You guys ever have those moments where you're so tired you don't know what you're ever saying?
Yes.
Yeah.
Seen me tired.
I had that with my sister the other morning. She called me. It was like 7 a.m. in the morning, and I like fell asleep like 4 hours before. And I was just like, yeah, I'll be there soon. And she's like, wait, what are you talking about? I'm like, well, Ash, what do you mean? And she's like, I don't need you here. I mean, honestly, you're supposed to go and help Mom today. I'm like, oh yeah. No, I'll go. I'll take care of that. And I was just like, well, okay. And I fell asleep, and I remembered like half of the conversation. But yeah, go ahead, Blue.
Here's what happened on my side. I was going to bed. My brothers and everything still up, lights on, playing some music. 1, 2 o'clock in the morning, barely sleep. I'm getting up saying, turn off the walls. I ain't got no Skittles.
Turn off the walls. I ain't got no Skittles.
Skittles.
If you were going to talk about weird stories, Blue, can you tell them about that?
Nate, look what I just posted. Nate, look what I just posted on my chat.
Oh
Long
gosh.
yellow thing.
I see it there, Union. That is the OG communist juggalos.
Seize the means of production. Whoop whoop.
Seize the memes of production?
Yes, that's.
I'll
tell you what.
Friggin' Scar with the Jurassic Park one.
Actually, Nate, have
know
you
what,
ever been
Nate?
here while I
I'm
was
gonna get that
started in
printed
the
on a
middle of
t-shirt.
voice chat?
Say
Nate,
what?
Don't tell Mike it is. I'm gonna get that printed on a t-shirt and send it to him. Don't tell him.
Okay.
Did you ever find out who sent you the toilet seat?
No, we still haven't found
you
out.
got that. Oh, you got that. Fuck, I
Union, son of a bitch!
Union.
Why? Was it really you?
No, it wasn't.
Oh, come on!
Dang it.
I was muted for a second. What
Did we
happened?
ever figure it out?
No, I don't think we ever will.
What would you have done if it was me? What would you have done?
I would have sent you I would have said something very cross to you, like, "How did you know my toilet seat was broken?"
I guess.
Spying son of a gun.
Nate, you're a big guy like me. Trust me, at some times in our lives, we're gonna break toilet seats.
Yeah,
Works for the Y2K.
In my case, it's usually when I'm fucking air drumming, listening to Sabaton.
I just remember.
I like
I just remembered
Sabaton.
that.
Sue me. They combine two of my favorite things: history and metal.
Oh my god! I just
man.
remembered that one picture where it was son texting his dad going, "Dad, I dropped my phone in the toilet. I'm not buying you a new one. That's not the issue." And you see a Nokia phone just smashed through a toilet.
I remember those old Nokias. They were indestructible.
Hey, Nate, did you,
I've still got
read
one.
that?
I've still got one in my drawer, in my man drawer. The drawer that is just full of useless crap.
Yeah, my sister had one for the longest time, and then she moved, and she couldn't find it anymore, and it actually made her really upset.
Anyone who plays Warhammer 40k, look what I just posted in moderator chat.
I have a VHS movie of Inuyasha still.
Shut up and take my crowbar.
You know what we need?
We're not Uchi Mud.
We need someone that will make a full suit of armor made of Nokia phone.
In-world hunger, in-world poverty. Water no longer splashes on my ass crack when I take a shit. I've never had that problem. I've never had that problem when dropping a plopper.
I haven't either, but I just found that too funny.
Yeah, that never happens to me either. So I'd rather end
Rick and
world
Morty.
poverty, because if you end world poverty, you can buy food. So.
Yeah, in-world poverty, everyone buys food and everyone's happy. Yeah, shut up and have some rent.
Well, someone posted this in media, so
Dang it, I'm trying to look at the "shut up and take my money" memes because there's a certain one I'm looking for with I can't remember the guy's name, but somebody posted a picture of it before a minute ago in here with the guy that it was the guy that summons all those hammers and shit. I can't remember his name, but it had one with Fry's hands with the fucking money instead.
Oh yeah,
it's Obi-Wan. He's no remember.
Oh yeah.
What?
Fun.
Oh no! Freaking Legolas and Obi-Wan.
Legolas.
Oh yeah, Nate. Did Ben show you the one picture I found?
The one picture you found. Let's see.
Oh, I didn't post it yet. I let Ben know that Michael was apparently in the D&D 5th edition player's handbook.
This should be the next recruitment thing.
Yeah, you can see that picture right now. They edited it in with the after coffee, before coffee.
Oh, I've seen that one.
Yeah, the after coffee is
before
him
coffee.
in the player's handbook.
That one's actually really fun. That was actually really good.
Yeah.
We should make a meme for all of us. That'd be funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why is Batman and Spider-Man with Power Rangers? I am now confused.
That was a crossover episode I didn't see.
Actually, what would mine be? Because I haven't been changing my name.
I'll tell you what, I had my nephew around yesterday, and we wanted to watch Power Rangers. So I put on Netflix, and he found his current generation of Power Rangers, Dino, whatever. And I was like, I fucking remember Power Rangers Wild Force and Power Rangers
Dino Thunder.
I remember the OG, dude. I remember the very first one in '93. Yeah.
What was the Power Rangers one? The one where they had the base underwater. You know the one I mean.
Oh, that one. That was.
And their face was a shield. And then there was Power Rangers Time Force, where they were in the future, and then suddenly Wild Force, and then I stopped watching after that. I think after that was Samurais.
I stopped watching.
SPD.
I stopped watching after Power Ranger they changed up the cast of Power Rangers Turbo, and Tommy was no longer on there. I stopped watching because I was like, no Tommy, no watching.
Yeah, I stopped after Zeo.
Nate, moderator.
Oh, Nate! I just remembered of a YouTube channel. He's actually doing a live stream himself right now. Actually, he's called History Buffs. I feel you might like him because you're a history man yourself.
Yeah.
He basically watches historical movies and basically says that's not historically accurate. This is amazing. You guys ever want to react to that?
Speaking of history, I'm taking an AP Euro test tomorrow. Yay.
Oh, good luck on that. What have you been learning?
It's easy. I already know Niccolo Machiavelli and Giovanni Masaccio Sforza, Medici, all those people.
So basically, all the Italian mobster families.
Not the old school Renaissance.
Oh, tell you what, best thing I ever read was how the Mussolini had gone rid of the mafia in Sicily and Italy. And then after the war, I mean, in 1943, when the Allies came into Sicily and Italy, they released them because they thought they were political prisoners.
And then they came to the United States.
What the hell?
Interesting.
You would just be there like, really, America? Really?
The interesting thing about the Renaissance is that Italy was very wealthy, but they could not unite with each other.
Oh, no. I mean, they were. I mean, that's why. You know why the Pope? You know why when they're electing the Pope, they have to lock him in the room?
Pope was corrupt.
Well, you're talking about Alexander VI, Rodrigo Borgia, which is also where we get the Western image of Jesus from. That's his son, Cesare Borgia.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is what happens when you're raised. This is what happens when you're raised in the Catholic Church. I'm just there like Domine Patri Maria, and that's Cesare, and that's not Jesus, and this is false idol worshipping.
Yeah, let's see. It's almost been an hour and a half. Actually, I'm gonna call it off here, guys, and we will. I'll see how this looks and how it turns out, and I'll.
Oh God, you're gonna. Oh, if you edit everything with me out, you can have probably a show, and if you keep everything of me in, you're not gonna get fucking monetized.
We'll see what happens.
Well, all those who have watched the video, thank you for joining us. This is.
Hey, remember that like and subscribe button.
Yep, this is the Renegade Ramble.
So everybody go down. I'm gonna go down the list here. Say your goodbyes and everything. We have starting down at the bottom. We have Vampiric Dark Dragon.
Goodbye.
We have Union Jack the Ripper.
Smash the State.
We have Scar.
Go fuck yourself.
That's how I say goodbye.
We have Starco.
Hello. Goodbye. I don't know why I said hello, but whatever.
Just say aloha. It means the same thing.
Job. Aloha.
There
Watch
you go.
Rick and Morty.
What? That's my language.
And then we have Schlinkinator.
Oyasumi nasai.
And then we
are
have
not an anime.
And then we have Solaire.
Das Vidania.
Then we have Big Daddy Bone.
That's his porn name.
No, I think his name is Boner in his porn name. I'm not sure, but whatever.
Boner.
And then we also, last and certainly not least, we have Blue Soul Rain.
Stay beautiful.
Oh,
boo this man.
Smash the states and the markets.
All right. Take care, everybody, and signing up for the Renegades Ramble podcast. We'll see you later. Peace out.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.